takes courage to get you outside of the box. It takes courage to be successful. It takes courage to win. People don't talk about people that don't win. If you win, they're going to talk about you. Do you have the courage?
Granted, Bitcoin brought about the wave of decentralized coins, but it's not the crypto of the future. As of this moment, Bitcoin is just an overpriced fool's gold that will potentially collapse even lower. I said it. Everyone in the crypto space can see it, but we are all in denial. It's time to wake up and make the right choice, primarily investing in our future. And guys, I'm not the only one who doesn't see a future in Bitcoin. Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao also had a lot to say about the future of XRP and why it will likely overtake Bitcoin in 2022. But before we get down to that, let's roll that intro. As always, welcome back to Moneyside, your favorite crypto news channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to get updates when we drop new videos. And don't forget to smash that like button. And remember, you can always leave a comment in the section below if you find this video informative. Zhao recently stated that XRP is going to overtake Bitcoin. Most banks worldwide are quickly adopting XRP's framework into their system. As of right now, RippleNet has already been adopted by the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce and other banks in Israel, Australia, and Arab nations, and it's currently in trial phases in the European market. Additionally, Ripple has already created ties with several Asian financial institutions, meaning that this crypto will enter the Asian markets pretty soon. Banks that have already adopted XRP claim that the blockchain's quick speed and cross-border payment system gives it an edge in processing international payments. And that's entirely true. XRP is capable of processing more transactions per second than most cryptocurrencies. What's more, it's actually the second most popular blockchain regarding daily transactions. And as more banks continue to adopt it, it will likely become even more popular. Ripple Labs is constantly working to support XRP, and there's a delicate interconnectivity between the two. Even though the SEC is suing Ripple, it just so happens that it seems like Ripple is winning in the public view. This optimistic view makes the crypto company even more popular, which works in its favor, so it can create even more partnerships with influential companies across the globe. During Zhao's AMA session, he stated that if he talks about XRP anymore, he will likely join the XRP army. This term has been constantly used to describe XRP's diehard supporters, and it just so seems that Zhao is a supporter of XRP. Additionally, he talks about XRP's large number of detractors who complain that the market cap is due to the fact that XRP is centralized. But Zhao says that we should look at the marketing of the company. Markets vote with their feet, and XRP has one of the largest market caps for a good reason. According to Zhao, XRP is not a security, and until it's proven otherwise, Zhao says they will continue to list this coin. And he also says that they've dragged other exchanges to list XRP as well. He went on to say that society shouldn't pass on judgment. As we move ahead, an article on Yahoo.com caught my attention. It talks about BlackRock's Larry Fink seeing the Ukraine-Russia war accelerating digital currencies as Bitcoin hits $44,000. The Ukraine-Russia war was destined to hasten the adoption of digital currencies. The war was prompted to re-evaluate their dependency on the traditional currencies. That's because the only way to avoid the sanctions imposed on Russia was for them to use cryptos. Fink highlights the utility of digital currencies for cross-border payments, which experts in and outside of the crypto sector have also identified. He talks about a global digital payment system, thoughtfully designed, can enhance the settlement of international transactions while reducing the risk of money laundering and corruption. He further said that digital currencies could also help bring down costs of cross-border payments. For example, when expatriate workers send earnings back to their families. And as we all know by now, RippleNet is the most reliable cross-border payment system that we have in the market. With cryptos such as XRP to back this RippleNet up, the cost of cross-border payments will reduce exponentially. This is the future we've all been looking forward to for a long time. No one really predicted that the Russia versus Ukraine war and SWIFT would be one of the big highlights and news of 2022. But now, with everything that's happening, we can just see how flawed the system has been. As days pass by, the need for change is becoming more dire. So much of that, even someone who doesn't know what SWIFT is has now heard of it and knows it needs to go. That's something that has ignited debates worldwide on how to improve the current situation. Another thing highlighted in the article by Yahoo Finance is that we need a solution for corruption and money laundering. These are two issues that no one has found a viable solution up to now. The world is leading more toward cryptography in search of a solution to these two problems. The good thing is that XRP is in the middle of it all. We've heard so many horror stories of how Bitcoin has been used by drug dealers and gang members as a ransom in the past. As we distance ourselves from such problems, we can't help but notice that XRP hasn't been associated with such a bad reputation. Actually, XRP might be the only coin that isn't surrounded by a lot of manipulation. Well, unless you consider it the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. I think it might be about time for the Bitcoin bubble to burst. Not many are going to take this well, but Bitcoin and Bitcoin investors are going to be crashed hard. So far, Bitcoin has done a great job introducing us to the crypto world and the concept of decentralization. Unfortunately, Bitcoin lacks the power to propel us to the next phase of the financial world. Bitcoin can't support globalization and CBDCs. The whole concept of Bitcoin works against it when it comes to mass adoption. Now, what do I mean? For Bitcoin to fully exist, fiat money must completely vanish and be adopted in all frameworks. How to buy crypto in time and with the possible highest return? The correct answer is during the capitulations. Capitulation is when even patient and experienced traders start to panic. But this is the opportunity time: January 2015, November 2018, March 2020, May 2021. Now, how do you buy crypto during capitulations? Use the dollar cost average, the DCA strategy. This strategy allows you to buy crypto by parts without risking all of your capital. So how do you use a DCA strategy? This strategy helps to average the buy price. You can only sell at the top and buy at the bottom by accident. In real life, this strategy helps to average the buy price of a crypto. For example, back in 2019, you bought Bitcoin 3 times at $3,000, $4,000, and $5,000. The average purchase price in this case is $4,000. If the price goes lower, you would average the price. If it rose, you already bought it at a good price. Also, you can buy at the weekly candle close during the capitulations. It's important to use the equal parts of the capital to buy, 1/10 or 1/20, etc. Another example is shown on the chart. How can you identify a capitulation? 1. Look at the volumes and record liquidations as shown on the chart. The liquidation of, say, 50 to 100,000 Bitcoins is the best indicator. 2. Look at the percentage of drop from the highs. Historically, a drop by 65 to 80% has been the bottom of the market. 3. Use the indicators that show the bottom of the market. Watch this idea about the Greenwich indicator. It shows both the top and bottom of the market. So when buy signals, the green diamonds appear, you can use this indicator to buy crypto by parts. Bitcoin Greenwich indicator. Is the buy signal soon? Why does the DCA strategy work? Bitcoin, like U.S. stock markets, is in a long-term uptrend. After buying Bitcoin in 2017 at its all-time high, $18,000 to $19,000, investors are now still at plus 100% profit. And as long as this trend is not broken, this strategy will work. For example, the U.S. stock market has been in uptrend for over 80 to 90 years. As always, do your own research. Always trade safely, guys. We continue to pray for the people of Ukraine. Please keep in mind we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. Tell us what you think in the comment section below and let's have a conversation. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and please click on that subscribe button below. And be sure to turn on notifications so you get updates whenever we post our amazing content. Thanks again. We'll see you on the next Money Side.